Alright, I think I'm ready to go. Yes. Alright. We are live. 5 rounds in the end. Okay. What's going on, Luby? I am good. Very good. How are you? You're usually the first one in this stream. It's good. It's nice. I like the commitment. Maybe mess around for a little bit in Diva. I'm actually working on a little track. Yeah, exactly. Man, I just went to the shop and grabbed some beers and I was running back and I had the beers in my pocket, just like cans. And one dropped to my foot. It was so hard. I cut my foot. It's not nice. But other than that, I'm good. Madeira, how are you watching this? I thought you was doing your stream, which was really nice, by the way. The strings are amazing. I was liking where it was going. Or maybe you're not watching, you're doing both. Oh, you just ended it? Okay. Yeah, maybe mess around with this track until some people join. And then we will begin. I'm curious what your track is. You were laughing. I couldn't hear it. By the way, on your stream, you can't hear your audio on your Windows, and when you flick through samples you can't hear it either, just so you know. Not sure how you fix that, but yeah. Okay, so I'm probably going to start with up here because some people submitted. So I think Claire submitted like 2 days ago, so we'll do this one. And then we will work our way through Jing B. And then we go down to where it starts here. Manu. And so on and so forth. Good to see the Discord sluts in the place. The usual suspects. I should probably check the sound. It's pretty loud, huh? Yeah, maybe I'll take my monitors off. Trying to get a vocalist for this track. I think it will be really nice when I do. Some vocal bit in here. yeah, Madeira, you were saying about the fourth chord. I think I know what you meant. Like this last one here, you said drop down a whole step. It's just like ending on the 1, I think. I won't change it now. But yeah, I think I know what you mean. Yeah, I'm going to get a nice vocal on it. I think it's like, I wanted to make a really danceable track. I feel like a lot of my tracks are like nice and chilled and like emotional or whatever, but I just wanted a track where I'm like, yeah, this is funky. I want to dance to it. So that was like my plan with this. Drop down from the 3rd chord. So the 1, 2, 3 on every other to drop down from the 3rd chord. Not sure what you mean by drop down from. You mean drop down on this to drop down? Last note is G sharp. Wait, what? The last one? Aha. This last note. Yeah. Yeah. Let's just do that later. All right, yeah, some people are joining now. I'll just play this drop and then we'll go. Yeah, nice. Okay, cool. Let's begin. We have enough folks. Yeah. Let's close some shit down. Yes, that's a good idea, Chickpea. I will give that a go. Yeah, I think I'm doing some weirdness with those strings. They're a bit like distracting. Cool. So I'm going to leave the piano there for fun. Maybe we can get some sound effects out of it. Okay, so let's begin. I already opened some stuff up. Beginning with... No, thank you. No, thank you. Yeah, beginning with Nuka. Adore. Maybe I'll download it. You do like strings, man. Those strings were... What you were doing with those strings was blowing my mind. Like, you really went all out. Just like the way you introduced them, and then I was like, what the fuck? This is next level. I just like hold... I'll just hold like the root of the fifth, and then just go up and down, like really simple shit. But sometimes it sounds good. Sometimes. Okay. So yeah, let's begin. Cheers. Happy Tuesday. Is it Tuesday today? Yeah.
I love the way you did. You always jump at it. I love the way you did. I love the way you.
Nice. just gonna put. Just want to feel it a bit more. Just doing a live stream. Let me ring you. Do it. All right, yeah, this was nice. This was like, I did enjoy it. I like the drop. I like how minimal it was, but then I felt like after a while I was like, okay, it's starting to feel a little bit empty. I think you need a little bit more work with the drum, just some little kind of not like ear candy. What's the word I'm looking for? Kind of like acoustic, like organic sounds that can kind of just fill out the drums a little bit more. Just they feel a little bit too minimal for the whole track, I would say. Just to develop them a little bit more. The bass was nice, but could have possibly come up a little bit more. Yeah. I think maybe you just need a bit more mid. See, you have like quite a lot of sub here. Maybe a little bit more information around here. Just so it's like, it just needs a little bit more warmth to it. The lead was nice. The melody was okay. I think you could have possibly incorporated this vocal into the drops a little bit more. Like it's nice. Like it's a nice clean sample. Like you could have maybe had another bit like here in the second half, like I love the way you, and then switch the something in the track a little bit, like maybe added in a additional lead or an aggressive bass or something in the percussions. Like there's a lot of room here for it to evolve. I think it was a really nice idea, really solid, like really solid idea. But I think you could definitely evolve it a bit more. But yeah, cool. Thank you for sending it in. Going to move on. Manu's just tipped £8. Thank you very much. I will. I think I was going to do you next anyway, or I was going to do Jingby, but yeah, I'll do you next. I think I already have it up somewhere. What are people saying in the chat? You're chatting shit. What's happening, Gary? Gaza. I would always like to go on the swings. What? Yeah, what are you talking about? You want to go on the swings? I mean, I do like swings. I went on some swings for like the first time in about 5 years the other day, like stoned out my face. It was the greatest time ever. I forgot how fun swings are. And then I couldn't get off. I forgot how to just get off, like you just slow down. It was intense. So yeah, where am I here? Yeah, Manu, there we go. All right, I'm not following you, Manu. That's why you want to go on the swings. Trust me, mate. They're amazing. Seesaw as well. I've not been on a seesaw in like 15 years, probably 20 years. I need to find a seesaw. Nice. Well, I like the timing of your chords. Yeah. Really, really nice. This is really enjoying it. That lead's really good. What did you make it with? This one, kind of like it's got like an organic tone to it. Really, really like it. I feel like maybe you could have done more with it here rather than kind of just repeating the melody. But so the other thing, the reason why I stopped is just I think with the drums you're missing just opportunities to do fills and things like that to keep it interesting, especially here. It's just you're just like looping the drums over. Just do little fills, like taking the kick away a little bit, doubling the clap, little things like that. It's just going to keep it a little bit more interesting. Reminds me a bit of Bound to Divide. Yeah. Really, really, really nice. Enjoyed that a lot. Not much bad to say about it at all. It reminded me of Bound to Divide a lot. That da 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 da. little roll that he does. Yeah, Madeira said it right. If he was collaborating with Heard right, which is not a bad comparison. But yeah, just a few things with the drums, I would say, just to keep it interesting. You could make like a little bit more lush drum fills, like even like what Bound to Divide did on that Scent of Wood remix. Like a really nice, strong drum fill in these moments here. Even though that's still nice, but maybe like at one point, like here or here, just a nice big drum fill. I think it just like slams you into the groove a little bit more. Mix-wise, it's really good. I don't think there's anything that I would change. Possibly, maybe a little bit more warmth in the bass. Maybe you need like a little stereo boost at around 120, 150 hertz. Possibly, maybe try it. It might not work, but I feel like it could be a little bit warmer. But that's it. But yeah, otherwise, very, very nice. Thank you very much for sending that one in. I look forward to hearing it being released. And thank you for donating. Also, thank you, Madeira, for donating 15. That's very, very generous. I will listen to yours next. Cool. Yeah, that's my favourite tune of Bound to Divide. That Scent of Wood remix. I play it out quite a lot, and people love it. It's just really well done. I've not actually heard the original, to be fair. But what am I doing? Yeah. Okay, so this is Madeira. He was laughing when he sent me this, so I'm really curious as to what the fuck this is. Okay. No exception. Just reading what people are saying. Copper in the house. I might go get another beer before I listen to this madness. Yeah. I need a little mini fridge in my studio, but the fridge is like 5 steps away over there. It's still not close enough. Cheers, boys. Some serious head on that. Yeah, my studio's in my apartment. We were lucky enough. Me and my girlfriend, we got a 2-bed, and we don't sleep in separate rooms. So, yeah, I turned this one into a studio, which is great. It's like a perfect size as well, and the walls are concrete. 2 of the walls are concrete, which is great for soundproofing. So there's not much echo in here. I could improve it a little bit more, but yeah, it's fine. Eggplant in the house. Yeah, man. Like if I rented a studio as well, it probably would have cost the same amount as what I'm paying for my rent, or maybe a little bit less. But it's not cheap, I don't think, to just rent a studio space. It's so good that I can just go in here, and yeah, I highly recommend doing that. All right, cool. I'll just refresh it. I think Madeira was making it downloadable. Yeah. Is this going to be just purely like orchestral? Is that the word I'm looking for? Like, I'm not sure what feedback I can give on this. It's possible. happiest thunderstorm. That's your new alias. It was really nice. I'm really enjoying it. But yeah, it's making me want to go play like, you know, Zelda Breath of the Wild. Really, really nice. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what feedback you want from me, but it was a lot of fun to listen to. This like completely caught me off guard. I was like, where's this going? And this like little bit here. Like that, what the fuck? So it's so good. I really like it. I want to know how you do all this stuff. Yeah, man. No negative or positive feedback. It's just, yeah, it was an experience. Yeah, man, you should definitely do something with this stuff, though, man. Do you score for movies or like for games or what? I think he uses the this guy, the Unkodu. What's it called? This one, Unocorda. Yeah, it's really nice. Soft felt with Spitfire. Yeah, really, really nice. All right, cool. That was an experience and a half. I wanted more of it, to be honest. I didn't want it to end. I wanted to go on a journey, and it started dying down. Give me more. Okay, so now we are on to Venku. Yeah, if you send me in another one of those, I'll listen to it in this stream, no matter what. I really like that. That was a lot of fun. I want like a really long, epic one. Okay. This is Bobo Baggins. Ah, shit, what have I done? Okay, cool. So this is Kenku. I think the track's called Bobo. Nice.
It's a new day, so shine bright, smile. Don't be sad, don't you cry, just let go of your pain. And when you fall asleep, no tomorrow's a new day.
Our vocals so nice.
Don't be sad, don't you cry, just let go of your pain. And when you
vocal from Splice? You serious? I recognise the background vocal going. But yeah, that's crazy. I did not know Splice had vocal like this. But I'm guessing it's been used a lot.
It's a new day, so shine bright, smile. Don't be sad, don't you cry, just let go of your pain. And when you fall asleep, know tomorrow's a new day. Don't be sad, don't you cry, just let go of your pain. And when you fall asleep, know tomorrow's a new day. Don't be sad, don't you cry, just let go of your pain. And when you fall asleep, know tomorrow's a new day. Don't be sad, don't you cry, just let go of your pain. And when you fall asleep, know tomorrow's a new day. It's a new day,
Yeah, I really like the track. I mean, I think I was expecting more. Like when I heard at the beginning, I was like, okay, this is going to go somewhere. But I think like the lead here, it's the sound design on this lead. It just sounds a little bit thin. Possibly the melody as well could use a bit of work. You could play off the vocal a little bit more, rather than just what you have there. I mean, it's nice. It's got a nice groove to it. I don't know. I kind of was expecting it to evolve a little bit more as the track was going along. But the mix-wise, it sounds nice.
don't you cry, just let go of your pain. And when you fall
Yeah, maybe a little bit out of balance with your top end.
don't you cry, just let go of your pain.
Yeah, you've got some really nice sounds in your drums, that like nice organic kind of crunch, but it's not really coming out. The mix is very much lopsided. It's like very much like this, and you need to have that kind of valley.
Don't you cry, just let go of your pain. And when you fall asleep, know tomorrow's a new day.
Very easy, simple changes though. It's just like maybe bring the shakers up a little bit more, and the overall hat group. Yeah, and I think if you just did a little bit of work with that lead, maybe just doing something more on the sound design. I feel like it could be the melody as well, though. Not sure if it's just the sound design, but it just feels a little bit too thin. Like maybe you filtered it out a little bit too much. And yeah, just needs to I think be a little bit more memorable, and just kind of playing off the vocal a little bit more. But I mean, otherwise, it sounds really nice. It's a bit weird. Like as soon as I heard it was from Splice, it like kind of went down a few points. But it's just because like I know that it would be so overused, so it makes it so hard to use, like so hard to sign. Sorry, but I mean, it sounded really, really, really good, the vocal, and like it works really well with the track. I just think like you could take it a little bit further here, especially like towards the end of the track. Like this drop here, just using like a rising effect and then going into the drop, it was just a bit underwhelming.
Fall asleep, know tomorrow's a new day. Don't
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know, there's so much more you could do there with that drop. But yeah, cool. Thank you very much for sending it in. It was a pleasure. Yeah, cool. Somebody else has tipped. Somebody else called La. Is that right? What's happening? Producer progress. Julian Schwartz in the place. I like your new logo, Eggplant or Robert. Your friend is going to re-sing. Yeah, nice. But yeah, man, it's just it will just make it easier to sign. I think if a lot of labels probably would have heard that sample before. But yeah, cool. So where were we? So somebody else called La, didn't they? We had another La. Let's have a look. Don't see your music, La. Is it this guy? Yeah, somebody tipped, but greetings from Hamburg. Wait a minute, are you Julian? No, okay. Okay, yeah, I was thinking like, because you normally do donate, but yeah, you've named yourself my name. I don't know if you guys can see. Yeah, maybe you can. Yeah, Lara has tipped. Tipping myself. Nice. But yeah, anyway. Alright, so yeah, we'll do Julian next. Julian Schwartz. From Germany. Was that like Austrian? It's similar. All right. How does the Induna stuff go, Julian? Have they confirmed any more? I'm waiting. I've been waiting a month and a half for them to reply on some songs. I think even longer. No, 2 months. Yeah, man. I think there's something going on with the administration. They replied saying like we're gonna listen to these soon. They're sounding good. We'll get a response soon, and then it'll be like a month. But yeah, I would just keep waiting. They always reply, by the way. Oh, nice. Did you get a good response? Yeah, that's a good sign, Julian, if they've downloaded them more than once. That's what I had with mine. They downloaded like 2-3 times. But I think they're waiting for people to come back from holiday before they make decisions. Alright, so yeah, sorry, this is Julian Schwartz, the two of us. I think you've already sent me this, but yeah, let's go. Ah, nice. Yeah, man, I want to get something on that Reflections. This vocal sample that I have. I've made a track with this vocal sample. Into the night. I think it's really, really nice as always, but I think the sub bass might be a little bit too loud, and the snare is not really coming through. Like, I'm finding the groove quite not awkward. Well, yeah, it is kind of awkward. I'm finding it hard to like really like bop to it, because I think you need that snare to kind of complement the kick groove that you've got going on. But other than that, it sounds really, really good. Yeah, I think you need a little bit more of a knock to your snare. Like, I do like the texture of the snare, but it feels like it's just a little bit too thin, like especially here. That's Playbox. Getting a little bit intense here. I mean, I don't want to say not in a good way. It is still in a good way, but it's getting a little bit too chaotic, I think. It's like just a lot of things to listen to at the same time. I really, really love what you did with the vocal, because I know that vocal sample, and you've done a lot of really like interesting work on it. Yeah, man, I mean, it's a sick track. If you just chill that bass down a bit, it's going to bring out a lot of the other elements more. It just feels very crowded, like here especially. And that's because, you know, the bass is so loud that it's pushing the limiter, and it's just like, it just makes things feel a little bit muffled. I think the whole track would benefit from just having like a little bit more air to it, so a little bit more openness here. And I think like the clap snare, it's like, I think it's like, it almost sounds like you've used like a white noise hit, where it's like and it needs to have that a little bit more of a solid like click coming through, so the attack on the transient needs to come through a bit more. But yeah, man, really good. I think it's just mixing. I think I really like the composition. Yeah, sound selection's good apart from your shitty snare. But yeah, really, really good, man. Nothing else I can think. I don't know what an oboe is. Do I have an oboe? No, don't know what that is. But yeah, cool. Let's move on. Thank you for sending it in and donating, my man. Where am I? Okay, so now we go back to the list. We are at Coppo. Yeah, I've not heard this yet. I love this track, Skin. I love what's his name, Rinzen's remix of it. That's like one of my favorite tracks. So let's see what you've done. What made you want to remix that track? Was it just a case of like you just really wanted to do it, or is it like competition, or can you release it? Yeah, nice. Yeah, but yeah, I saw that you play. I saw on I think Instagram that you played it live. Nice. All right, cool. This is Coppo. His Kidnap Skin remix.
jealous of the way you seem to change.
A little bit sharp here.
It's wearing on your face. I know that you can't stay, and that's okay. Yeah, that's okay.
Really, really nice. I loved that break. It was very, very just, yeah, beautiful. But yeah, man, the vocals, like, is it just the way that you've stole it, or is that like did you get a clean vocal sample? Because it sounds very, something sounds a bit thinner, but like not thin, like sharp. It's a bit sharp here, especially when you layered it with the vocal glitchy bits. They had a lot of like peaks in them, a lot of resonant peaks, and it like together it got very sharp and painful. Yeah, like there. That's really, really sharp. Might be the. Yeah, did you grab it? Is it just the way you grabbed it? I think is my vocal a bit loud? Yeah, I mean, you could definitely just de-ess it with FabFilter or with anything. But I think it will do a nice. It will. Especially if you're playing it out, man, it's going to be painful for people. And it's an easy fix.
Take care, don't take it far, 'cause it leaves a scar under.
Great track though. Possibly could have done some variation on that ARP there. It is pretty much the same all the way through. Like, I do like that it's quite simple and doesn't vary, but there's so much room to vary on it. Like, you can do so much with it. So yeah, I think a little variance, but especially like at the end here, just to kind of like finish it off. But other than that, man, I really, really liked it. It was a really beautiful remix. Just yeah, fix the main thing, the vocal. If you just fix that. Yeah, man, I get that with the ARP. You don't want it to be like, yeah, busy, because the vocal's doing most of the work. But yeah, could try some variants. But yeah, man, nothing else I could really think to say. It was really good. It looks a bit out of balance here, though. I'm not sure what you've done. You have like one side which is louder on your Oh yeah, you do. Yeah.
Your skin don't feel the same.
Yeah, there's some instrument that you've got here. I think it's the piano. Yeah, something's just veered to the left. I'm not sure if it's for the whole track. It does look a little bit weird, this. No, I think it's alright. Okay. Yeah, it's the piano. Yeah, cool. Really nice work. Let's move on. Always a pleasure to listen to your music, Coppo. You definitely have like a consistent sound, which I really like. It's very pleasant. My man, Cadot. Yes. Haven't feedbacked your music in a while. I don't think I have. Where you been? Where you been all my life? All right, cool. Let's. So this is Julian Cadot. Julian Cadot. Yes. Me and him started at like the same time, pretty much, in Melodic House. We met in We didn't meet, but we met in a what's this genre? A guy called Iglesias. What's that genre? Minimal house group chat thing from doing a masterclass, and we were like the only couple of people in there that was making more melodic stuff. It was like 4 years ago, I think, or 3 years ago. Yeah. You've been in school? What are you studying? Or are you in high school? I think you are. Some volume, baby. I think your bass might be playing too low. Let me have a look. It's got a bit of that kind of like growliness to it when it's a bit... Or you might be like compressing or limiting it too much. It feels like... what's the word I'm looking for? Not clear. Feels a bit muffled. You're driving right now. Yeah. Concentrate on the road, man. This is something that I say to, I think, like nearly everyone in the feedback, in when I do these feedback streams, is like, you need to balance this high end to almost kind of match near where the kick is. Like when you do that, it makes such a big difference. It makes the track feel just like clearer and brighter. So like, yeah, don't be afraid to bring your hats up a bit more. And then if you're bringing them up and then they're like painful, then you just need to EQ like the painful frequencies out. There's no reason why you can't have your hats nice and loud and clear. Like you just, if the sample is so bad that you're EQing so much resonant frequencies out, then obviously just change the sample. But yeah, man, this makes a big difference to the track. Like if you have a listen. really like the journey of it, and I remember listening to the last track you sent. It had this kind of feel to it, like this constant like growing of the track. And I really like that feel to it. One thing, I think you might have like too much reverb on things where it's like everything is in space, and rather than having like certain things that are a little bit drier. Sorry, the gesture from the beer. Yeah, like having like the lead sounds and the perks and stuff that were a little bit more dry, maybe using more effects on return channels rather than directly on the sound, just so it doesn't feel like everything is so like distant and far away. But yeah, man, otherwise I'm really enjoying it. That's actually a very good point that DJ Emo said. No, I didn't think about. It's like it does feel like I love the feel of it, that it like, and the energy that it has, but it does feel like it kind of had the same energy from here and then here. Like maybe it's a little bit more open here, but yeah, maybe you could build that a little bit more, or maybe some like top lines / like counter melodies here to kind of just make it feel like it's opening up a little bit more, and some rides and stuff like that, just so it doesn't feel like it's gonna get the same. Yeah, it feels kind of just like the same amount of energy, but it's a really nice energy. Like I really enjoyed it, and you're definitely starting to have like a consistent sound. I think like in each track that I've heard from you, it definitely has like a consistent theme going through, which is great. It's definitely what you need. Yeah, man, really, really nice. I can't think of anything else to say on it. Cool. Let me move on. There's a lot of people sending in now. I think I'm not going to be able to do everyone's, just so you know. But yeah. So this is Deuce. Let me see what Favs said here. Maybe he's already given the feedback needed. Let me read this stuff. Some synth chord on the top with big climax here, low cut the bass. Yeah, definitely needs a drone, some cut-off automation. Damn. It went in. Okay. Ooh. Wait, do I have that master on? Okay, so, yeah, sorry, I should say who this is. This is Deuce, Fall Apart. Yeah, you started, yeah, I think, I don't want to repeat too much of what he's saying, but, oh no, he didn't say that. I think you started with the synth a bit too open. Could even filter it right now. Yeah, it's just like, I think it sounds like the Moog, but it sounds like you've got like the overdrive on and it's too open. Like just on the bass, sorry, it needs this filtering. At least for here. you got to save your tools until like later on in the track. If you like opening the bass up now, I wonder how it's going to feel later on. But anyway, let's keep Yeah, so see if you would have saved that until here, it would have had a bit more impact. Or even later on, you could be automating that cutoff filter and you know, giving it more movement. Yeah, sorry to keep going over the same thing, but see now, like the energy is lifting, and the arrangement of the track is good. You've nicely built it, but because the bass just feels the same as it did at the start, there's so much less impact there. Yeah, very nice, very solid, I would say. Like the vocals really good. A lot of people are saying in the chat. The arp's nice. Just maybe some a little bit more creativity with it. It just feels a little bit like predictable in a way. Also, some drum fills here and there are definitely needed. Like not just, I don't mean just the rolls, just like some little tom roll or something like that, like a things like that. Drum fills really, really like help bring the track along and just give it some variance here and there. The main problem was just that bass, the way that you just left it the same pretty much all the way through. There wasn't much automation going on. It felt like the only automation that you really did with the synths is just open the cutoff up, which is like fair enough, like it sounds good, but there's so much more that you can do with it, which will just make it sound a little bit more interesting. And I think with this type of music, it's kind of like Lane 8 style, that's what you need to do. You need to do a lot of little small variations to things like attack and decay and shapes and LFOs that you can put onto things. So there's so many different things that you can do onto sounds, rather than just keeping them the same and then just open the filter up. But yeah, otherwise, it was really nice. The melodies were good, and the overall feel, it was a really nice, warm track. So yeah, really great job. Cool. Thank you for sending it in. Yeah, I think people are giving you some good feedback. What's happening, Mason? Okay, so now... Goddamn, there's a few. Oh no, so I've done Julian. That's your second track. And you sent in a second one. Just finished the remix competition for Abyss. Okay. Alright, so... I think I'm here. Yeah. Alrighty. So this is, well, I don't think you've got a name, user 26B, what are you saying, Madeira? Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. Always down to collab. I'm pretty busy at the minute, Madeira, but how long do I have? This month is kind of crazy, but yeah, we'll talk later. I think I've got the limiter on. No, I haven't. Oh shit. I think we're in for a journey, guys. 8 months. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that either for ages. And then someone told me or something in a stream, like, yeah, you can click in a certain frequency. Sick thing is, it does this little disco. But yeah, anyway, sorry, let's listen to the track. Yeah, it is a muddy track. It's very like low heavy. Yeah. I'm not sure what it is though. It doesn't feel like there's too many. It doesn't feel like there's a build up here. All right, let's go. Let's move along. Yeah, I think it's just like the balance is off. Like it feels like just more quite low heavy, and I'm missing like it doesn't feel very open and clear. I don't think maybe like you're filtering things down too much, or possibly you just have your kick and bass. It's just too loud in comparison to everything else. Apart from this guy. No, not really. It's like you don't have anything here, like in the like the nice high end. I think you're just missing a bit of like. Like you're missing instruments here, like you're a little bit brighter hi-hats and things like that. It's just going to make it feel a little bit clearer and brighter. At the minute, it feels very like just heavy this side. It feels like this kind of shape. Which, is just going to make for like a very deep, heavy track, which sometimes can work really, really well. But I think in this case, you need a bit more information here. You definitely need like, some nice hats, some nice just top end information. Yeah, it's like almost just not like empty. There's definitely stuff going on. And I like the like weirdness of it. It's different. Definitely not something that I would like regularly listen to. It's a bit out there, but I do like this kind of creative style. But yeah, it's just missing a lot of like just lushness here and just openness, and like pads and things like that. You do have a pad, but I think it's just like it almost feels like you're just holding down like a single key, and it's just like resonating. Oh. I want to figure out what's going on with your low end, because it's like it feels muddy, but it doesn't look or sound muddy when I solo in that area. I think it's like your bass is just mostly sub, and maybe you need a little bit more like mid to it. So like when you do your bass, say it's with Serum or whatever, and you could even like say if you even just had like a simple sub bass, which it sounds like you've just got like something like this, and then it's just stabbing, and just adding like a little bit of drive to it. Get some overdrive, or using a sawtooth rather than a sine wave. like you need to put things like like saturation and distortion to help bring out your sound from like, or bring out your sub a bit more. It needs a bit more of this information. You see the EQ afterwards, you're getting all this additional harmonics here after the, you know, from before. Even if I take off the saturation, you're really going to see like the difference. So, you know, this is just one single phallus, and then with the overdrive you get an additional harmonics, and you need that stuff for the bass to be able to come through a bit more. Otherwise it just feels a little bit dull. You can see so much you can do with the overdrive. Yeah, I hope that kind of makes sense. Yeah, well, whatever it's with, like, I think you just need a little bit more of a mid layer here. It might be that I'm struggling to properly identify what the problem is, but I think it might be that it just feels a bit sub heavy. Okay, cool. Thanks for sending it in. Let's move on. I was going to do a production stream after this, but I don't know. It's like 8:20. And how many more? I think, I already did yours, Claire. I'm not sure if you're in the chat, but just go earlier on in the stream. You were the first track that I did. Okay, so this is Madeira. I'm just going to run to the toilet before I put this on. Well, I can put it on and then go back. I'll put on one of mine. What do people want to hear? Don't hear any shit. Hear my Heard Right remix. Yeah, just going for a wee. Cool. Let's continue on with the roasting. Yeah, so this is Madeira's second one. I think I've just downloaded that twice. Why can't I? What's going on? Oh, what was it called? It was called Labyrinth. There we go. Cheers, guys. Well, yeah, the progression isn't actually me. It's Heard Right.
A new day through the blinds. You've made it out this time. Will you end up here again? You always end up here again. Upon back at the start, it moves you. Losing drug cards, eludes you. Lost inside your mind, your own worst enemy. Forward or unwind. just no remedy. You're running from it all. Imaginary walls. Will you reach the end, or will you fall? You fall, you fall, you fall, you fall. This is the ending of it all. The fall, you fall, you fall, you fall. This is the ending of it all. The fall, you fall, you fall, you fall. Is this the ending of it all? Is this the ending of it all? Is this the ending of it all? Is this the ending of it all?
I was going to ask if I could remix this, but I'm guessing you're remixing it from somebody else, right? Sounds really, really nice. I'm enjoying it. What the fuck? That went to like a completely different place I did not expect. Really amazing. I love it. That was, this came out of nowhere. Maybe you could have like built to it a bit more, but I mean, I liked it because it caught me off guard. It was just like, the fuck? Yeah, I took it to like Pirates of the Caribbean, something like that. But yeah, man, I would love to remix this if it's possible. I could do a breaks remix for that.
Will you reach the end, or will you fall, you fall, you fall, you fall, you fall?
I love that tone, like broken where a voice breaks a bit.
Fall, you fall.
Yeah, fall, yeah. Ah, so nice.
Fall, you fall, you fall.
Yeah, man. Yeah, if it's available to do something with those vocals, holy shit, I think I could do something pretty cool. But yeah, man, fuck, that was epic. Loving your stuff. Yeah, I don't have any bad feedback. There's no, there wasn't anything that like mix-wise that was bad to me. Okay, we are working through. I can remix, yes. Yeah, you do everything with Contact, don't you? Yeah, Native Instruments. There's some fucking amazing stuff on Native Instruments, I swear. So good. Good afternoon. Madeira, if you can send me those vocals, I'll remix them straight after this stream, if that's possible. Tiny bit bright and loud, those hats, but really like a very tiny bit, like 1 dB, or maybe a bit more. My man. Yeah, you got some dissonance with those keys there. Yeah, some madness with your piano. I think you went out of the scale. That needs smoothing out a little bit there, mate. You just kind of ended. Maybe a few more things that could be echoing and delaying down. A little bit of white noise just to kind of smoothen it out. Just the energy drops quite drastically. It'd be nicer if it kind of just smoothened down a bit. Aha. There goes those out of key keys there. Really, really nice. The bridge was pretty underwhelming though. That was a bit like... Yeah. I don't know. This just felt a little bit generic. Like, it's just... I just feel like people waste bridges a lot. I mean, I do it as well sometimes. But there's so much you can do on a bridge, and just to like keep the listener engaged. The drop was really nice here as well, but like, yeah, it's just things you can do with like effects, and just like you could filter things down a bit more and just build a bit more tension rather than just keeping it essentially the same and then just adding a reverb to everything, I think you asked. Yeah, and you're essentially just washing it out here. But yeah, a little bit more creativity there. But the drops are really nice, and the feel is great as always. Your music has this really nice warm feel to it. So yeah, man, I think you're definitely on track, like, to get into that this never happened state. But it's like putting something in your music that makes it stand out a bit more, I think, is needed. Yeah, I think synth-wise, it's actually pretty much there. Just get rid of those dissonant keys, and the drums. Like, yeah, you do need some drum fills here and there, but it's just like little tweaks. But otherwise, yeah, I like it. Like, I think it's like you're not trying too hard with it. Like, it's not too overly complicated. But again, it's just to the point of where it's like, is it standing out from everybody else on This Never Happened, or is it just like slightly varied from them? Because it's like it just feels like a blend of Jarrow and I guess like old Lane 8 stuff, which it's definitely a compliment, but yeah, I think you know what I mean. Just something to push you a little bit over the edge. That'd be a bit more memorable. But and sorry, yeah, Madeira, yeah, that I could also do that. That would be good. And yeah, I might do that stream straight after this. So if you guys want to see me make some music or remix Madeira's track, then yeah, stay tuned. Yeah, cool. Thank you for sending in. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Like mix wise, it sounds good. Yeah, I love the chords. Love the drums. They sound nice and clean. Yeah, man. Really, really great job. Like it. Okay. We're going to do a few more. My man, producer progress. Don't know if you're still in the chat. Yeah, sorry, just to follow up with what you said. Like, you really like making music like this. I'm not saying don't make music like that. Like, it's really great music to make, and like there's nothing wrong with it. It's just like you've got to I feel like you just got to find a way to turn it into you, rather than it just being like, you know, just another version of an artist that's already come before. I think that's just like, if you want to stand out or if you want to get signed, I think that's something that you kind of need to find a way. That's something that's just down to you. This is for Bound to Divide. This isn't for me, motherfucker. You in the chat. Producer progress. Okay, I'm going to do maybe like one more, two more. I think there's only one left. Yeah, it's just Julian. Fuck Julian. He's already had his go. Now I'll do these two. The kick drops out in the first drop. Curious. Okay. Oh, my mouse is froze. Aha. Sup, bruh? great groove. I really like it. It's got, like I said, it's got a really great groove. I like the composition, but the sound design on that bass, it just feels a little, I hate saying this, but it does sound a bit cheap. It's like meow meow. I think you could maybe try putting a little bit of chorus from in the middle of, like, so like 120 hertz upwards, just a bit of it, and like maybe play with some reverb or something like that. It's just the top end of it just sounds, or like the mid to top end of it just sounds a bit like yeah, cheap. I really wish I could think of another word because it sounds quite insulting, but I hope you know what I mean. It's just like it needs that lushness to it. I think maybe with some things like chorus and reverb, possibly like a really nice saturation setting, could work. Flabby. That's what I'll say. You got some off balance here, bruh. Yeah, it's your perks. Your perks are panned to the left. You can see it as well with the transient. Yeah, don't pan so heavy with your perks there. You've panned super to the left, so it's like out of balance. If you're going to pan something really heavy to one side, then you need to pan something similar sounding to the other side. But I would say maybe pan it to like 25%. Or what you could have done with that perk is just done like random pan. You know, on like I don't know if you've got Ableton. I can't remember. I think you have got Ableton, but you know, on the simpler. You put your sample and just put like the random pan up. I think that'll be better, especially with perks. Like you can get away with having them kind of dance around your head a bit rather than just being on one side. I like that sign lead. But it does. The lead does sound like it's got a bit too much reverb on it as well. It feels like it's a bit far back in the mix. I like it though. I like the melody on it. I like the simplicity of the sound design. Like it works really well. But it feels like it's kind of far away in comparison to everything else. Yeah, you're doing some madness with your stereo field. There's something like it just feels strangely out of balance. I think it's the things that I've already said, but I'm curious what it sounds like in mono. yeah, you're just going too far with your panning. Yeah, anyway. I really love that like string lead or whatever it is. Like, I don't know if it is a string, but I feel like if it isn't a string, you could benefit from having like an additional staccato string in there that's like kind of just playing that same and you could be building the track with that, just like, yeah, building the chords on it and building the melody on top of it, so it feels like the track's going somewhere. Because I think with the what's it called with the arrangement, it's a little bit random. Like, it's a bit like, okay, we've got some random like build up here, there's another bridge here, but then this drops into kind of the same drop as this. So you've made this bridge and build up, and then it's not really like paid off into anything. But let's continue on. Oh, like it. He just hit the nail on the head there, DJ Emo. Yeah, this definitely should have been like here, because you had too much of the same. So it's like, yeah, this. It's all just very similar. So yeah, this would have been cool as you like. So your main bridge, and then going back into your drop there. The track is too long, I think. Like, well, especially for a radio edit, you should always I don't want to say you should always do something, but you should always make your track thinking of the radio edit and then the extended after. So it's like, do you have enough good information within less than 4 minutes? If you're like just making like multiple bridges and then multiple drops and stuff like that, and it's just going on and on, you're gonna then think, oh, but the best part is when it like builds up towards the end after like 5 minutes, and then you've got to cut that out of like the radio edit, which is the one that the label, if it gets signed, is the one that they will promote the most, and so they'll want you to condense it into 4 minutes, and so you got to try and, like, the way that you're doing your composition and your arrangement, try and think, okay, I need to have like a nice build up at the start, good drop, a little bridge, and then or a big bridge, and then a final drop, and then if I want to do an extended thing and do stuff like this, then yeah, it's got to be, yeah, you know what I'm saying. What are you guys saying? I can turn it off now. No, man, it's I know I said a lot to you, but it's just because I know you, so like, and I know you can, like, yeah, you can take it, but it's a good track. Like, I do like it. I'm not just saying that. Like, it does sound good. You're doing a lot of the things right. Just sorting out the mixing a little bit, not pushing things too far in the stereo field. Use a reference track. I know nobody likes using reference tracks, but use a reference track for your arrangement, just so you're getting it right, because it's a bit all over the place. But then other than that, it's good, man. The sound design's great, apart from the growly, what did you call it? Flabby bass. Yeah, man. Cool. I'm going to do the last track and then potentially do a production stream after. But I feel like I'm getting a little bit drunk, so probably not a good idea. But yeah, let's go. So yeah, no more submissions, guys. If anyone's joining now, I will not do them. Julian Schwartz with Angels Cry.
He's been keeping my mind in a cage of black static white coat. I'm running all the way to my angels, seraphic
Ooh, I wasn't sure about that chord there. I love the groove though, but that chord felt a bit off. Yeah, that one. Yeah, you're doing something. I mean, you know music theory better than me, and I might be wrong, but to my ears, it's like these last chords here, they don't feel right. Really, really great as always. Yeah, I'm not sure if the things that I want to say are a personal taste thing or a whatever. It's like it needs to be adjusted. But my only thought is that and I think this with some of your music where it sometimes just feels a little bit too many things are loud at the same time. So it's like there's a lot of things that are trying to grab your attention. So it's quite hard to really sit into the track and like, okay, yeah, this is what's going on. And it's just there's a lot going on. There's a lot of nice things that are going on. So that's where it's like kind of conflicting. It's like they're all working with each other, but there's a lot of noise, like a lot of things going on. So you can maybe, because I think I used to do this with my production for a while, like maybe a good year or less, and it would like I'd put a lot into the track, especially like coming towards the end of the track, and everything would be all like the synths would be opening up and things like that, and it would be really busy, which is good because you want to add that energy, but then you kind of sometimes need to like look and go, okay, can I dial it back a little bit with this sound so that these sounds can come through a little bit more. That's all I would say. I like the track though, man, as always, like very creative. This was really nice little drop here. The bridge was really good. Yeah, man, spot on. All right, cool. I'm gonna just chill and listen to Madeira's track, and then I think I'm gonna do a production stream in like 20 minutes. It's a little bit late. It's 9 o'clock, but I mean, you know, I don't have to get up for any reason tomorrow. So yeah, I will listen to this. I would like to know. Yeah, could be the noise hats. Could be like a lot of things just sitting in the same area that are a bit loud at the same time. Yeah, cool. Thank you everyone who sent in the music. I possibly will be back in... careful there. Also, a trained ear needs a few rinses at a track too. As first impression, listen is a lot harder to zone in, but when it's busy too. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm gonna go, guys. But I might be back in like 20 minutes. Madeira, I'll message you in a sec. But thank you everyone who sent in the music and everyone who donated. Really appreciate it. Catch you in 20 minutes.